Warning: do not listen to this hypnosis recording while driving a motor vehicle or operating machinery of any kind. This audio recording contains a professional hypnotherapy session and is designed to induce an eyes-closed state of hypnosis. Welcome to your hypnosis recording from richmindhypnosis.com. I am Jesse Berg, your hypnotherapist, founder of richmindhypnosis.com, and author of the book Rich Mind, Poor Mind. I thank you ahead of time for choosing richmindhypnosis.com for your personal products, and feel very confident that your experience will prove rewarding. Whether or not you have experienced hypnosis before, or whether it has been with a one-on-one session or a recorded session, I guarantee that not only each hypnotist, but each individual experience offers something unique than ever before. Please listen to the following carefully before starting the actual session. I highly recommend, as an ideal requirement to your session, to listen to the Rich Mind Hypnosis pre-talk in preparation for your hypnosis sessions. This was sent to you and included in your downloads when you ordered. If you do not have access to this, you can contact administrator at richmindhypnosis.com. That was the email address, administrator at richmindhypnosis.com, and request this pre-talk MP3. The pre-talk is very valuable in understanding the basics of hypnotherapy and adding to your success. Okay, next I'd like to go over something very common to a person experiencing hypnosis, which is to have expectations of what you are about to experience. Expectations are not negative, they are natural. However, making sure your expectations are positive and do not work against you is important. For example, many people who have not had very much exposure to hypnotherapy are still under the belief that to be in hypnosis is to not remember what happens in the session. This is not true. A deeply relaxed and hypnotized person indeed remembers the session. Another is that a person will often think that they will experience some supernatural level of relaxation. When they do not always meet their expectations, they can incorrectly believe they were not as hypnotized as they should have been, when actually hypnosis is very relaxing. And often people report incredible levels of relaxation and even blissfulness. It is still not expected that everyone will reach a level of relaxation that is much different than normal. However, hypnosis does work like exercise does in one way, which is conditioning. With more repetition, a person does seem to reach deeper and deeper levels. So whatever relaxation you feel is the correct level for you at the given moment. You are hypnotized while feeling fairly regular. Another is the simple expectation of the results a person expects and wonders about. This is a good time briefly to mention the difference between hope and expectation. They are both great and yet have subtle differences, especially regarding something like hypnosis. Hope is when we see something we want, be it physical, some kind of emotional fulfillment, or monetary. We hope to get it. We can relate to this. This is different than expectation. Like when you just expect the sun to rise every morning. It takes up a different place in your mind that you can feel. Now, it becomes automatic, and in no way do you ever wonder as you awake and check outside to make sure the sun did rise. You feel this without even thinking about it, and know it will happen. And this is a place of totally secure beliefs in your mind. And as you expect to get the results from this hypnosis session in much the same way. You awake the next morning, going about your business, knowing what needed to take place did. To have positive expectations versus hope. You will take action on your part and live as your new changes open up to you. It is nice when something offers you a concrete result that you can rely on. Just like knowing the sun will rise tomorrow. And as you think about what you want from this session, you can be assured you will find it in the same place of your mind. Again, I recommend the pre-talk, which goes into some more depth and the great characteristics of hypnotherapy. With all of this said, you can expect something that absolutely qualifies as powerful and unique. Hypnotherapy not only offers deep, permanent change and a more clear self-awareness, but does it quickly and more easily. You can expect to relax much more than you have in some time. You can expect to finish with a positive, more clear-centered vision and sense of where you are going. And you can expect to have a smile on your face for the rest of the day. As we close, these next suggestions are very important for your session. Do go somewhere where you will not be disturbed for the length of the session, where it is quiet and comfortable, where you will lay back and be able to close your eyes. If there is too much disturbance, you may get distracted and not be able to focus on the session. If this happens, and we all do have busy lives, just be willing to stop and start over again at a later time. Set up your listening device and be ready to push play as you lay back and begin relaxing. As you go into this, remember that staying awake is important. If you are challenged listening to such relaxing sessions and falling to sleep during the session, just try and listen earlier in the day, or sit more upright, yet still reclined. This is relaxing and helps most people stay awake. The session is designed to keep you awake, yet deeply relaxed, just enough to be aware of the recorded session. Besides this, there is nothing for you to do except listen and relax as you follow along. I thank you again, and I'm very excited for you to experience powerful changes using the great method of hypnotherapy. Thanks again, and your session will begin in a few moments. You can get in a quiet, comfortable place, and I will see you in a minute. Now that you are in a quiet, comfortable place, as you begin, allow yourself to close your eyes. It is just easier to relax and allow your mind to become aware that as you have gone through life, you, like everyone else, lives based on your senses. Sight, sounds, smell, touch, and something real presents itself to us at each moment in life. But before we experience anything internally from outside of us, we first interpret it through our senses. Therefore, everything real is at least a little bit adjusted based on your senses. You can remember meeting people, liking some, not liking others. You have seen things you want, things you don't want, had feelings based on interpretation, and this is normal. Yes, not often do we think about how everything is first interpreted through our senses, altered somewhat from its purest form. Our lives are sculpted by our senses, memories created by those senses, and of course a future somewhat affected by our old memories, new memories, and our senses. Therefore, you may understand now. We can adjust our senses to accomplish what we want. We can create the life we want, and we will begin doing that now, as you allow the sounds and silences around you to be acknowledged and accepted, and also accepting that they will begin fading into the distance. And you can just listen to each word as this happens, hearing all I have to say, relaxing constantly, yet staying awake just enough to benefit from everything in this session. You can focus on your next breath, relaxing. Let the next breath slow and go deeper, and relax. Allow yourself to realize there are items, furniture, perhaps decoration of some sort around you. That will be there when we are done, as you let that fade now. You can know that your mind wants to stay busy with thoughts, what you have to do, what you have to get done, who you have to meet, and accept this as you. Also, let it go. It will be there later. And relax. And let each breath that you don't even have to think about guide your mind and body further, deep down, into your perfectly relaxed state of mind today, as we continue. As you begin to take control of your senses, sharpening your inner self to ultimate self-control and ability, we will continue this induction deepening, and notice how good that feels. Somewhere in you, starting to grow while you take on, in your imagination, an interesting and powerful act. You can pretend you are already hypnotized and relaxed to the deepest level. You can act as I continue, as if you have already reached the deepest levels of bliss and relaxation, and quiet your mind. Relax your body and respond accordingly, hearing and remembering what you need to, yet so relaxed you want to enjoy this for as long as possible. A deeply relaxed and hypnotized person has the ability to use their powerful imagination to follow certain suggestions. You, the person starting out by pretending, using your senses to act as a deeply hypnotized person, can do the same. And as I suggest that your eyes are so heavy that even if you did try to open them, they would remain shut, because they are so relaxed, they just won't open. And as you take your full awareness to your eyelids, you can relax and pretend as a hypnotized person would do, almost as if you are pretending to fool others. And feel your eyes are so relaxed. They are too heavy to open. And now prove to yourself how well you can use your senses and imagination. And make a failing attempt to open your eyes now. Try, but you cannot. And relax, stop trying, and go more deeply, relaxed. And allowing each word, along with each inhale and exhale, to guide you more peacefully, relaxed, feeling good. And as we continue, you can realize that just as a deeply hypnotized person, your mind quiets as you enjoy a stronger sense of peace. Nothing needs your attention now. Your body, all of your limbs relax so much, you feel a sense of physical blissfulness. You can also raise your right hand now, just a few inches from where it is. Just a few inches from where it is, raise your right hand. Now lock it at the shoulder, down to the elbow, locked, and now the wrist, locked. You can use your senses as if this is exactly true. And make sure your arm is up and locked now. Locked at the shoulder, locked at the elbow, and at the wrist. Locked solid. Unable to do anything with that arm, as it is suspended until further suggestion. And feel this now, and now even become aware that an attempt to move it from here makes it lock even further. And now relax your arm back down, allowing the relaxation just developed in that arm to spread through your whole body, from the top of your head all the way down through the bottom of your feet, and relax. Again, just as a hypnotized person, you can use your imagination now to relax more deeply, and imagine a waterfall that you see from a distance away. You are a safe distance as you imagine what it is like for a drop of water in that waterfall that you see now. It starts slowly at the top as you imagine it nearing the fall, and yet this drop of water is protected and secure by all the water drops around it. And it nears the fall just as it reaches the top. There is a pause, and then down, a free fall in total safety, all the way down to the bottom, where all of a sudden everything is peaceful, quiet, and just floating along once again as you relax and continue. In a moment I will count from 5 to 1. All the way down, allow yourself to double your relaxation with each count. And 5. Relaxation is doubling. And 4. 3. More relaxed. 2. And 1. All the way down. Let yourself go away. Relax all the way completely now, while you breathe in and out deeply. Now once again, take your attention back to your eyelids and notice the depth of relaxation. And now again, relax your eyelids so much that they wouldn't open even if you tried. And make sure you have that relaxation, along with the power of your imagination and control of your senses. And try to open them to find you cannot now. And stop. And relax more deeply. As we continue, you may find yourself pleasantly surprised that as much as you do adjust in your relaxation, you eventually go deeper, a little up and a little more down, becoming more relaxed with each thought, each word, and each breath that you don't even need to think about, as you stay only alert enough to listen to this whole session, enjoying the wonderful feelings of deep relaxation. As we continue in a moment with your chosen session. In the past, before today, going to work had started to develop a pattern, as with so many people. You just started to get used to being tired at work, even when getting enough sleep the night before. Doing things to try and change the fatigue at work, and even starting the day with great intentions. The fatigue would eventually creep up, but now you can't imagine how you would rather feel. Energized, motivated, and prepared. You can imagine now how that will feel in place of the former tiredness at work. You can see what you would do differently now, noticing yourself motivated with energy at work, taking charge. And does it not feel much better now? Replacing work fatigue with a new energy. One that has always been there, will change how you feel when going to work, when at work, from this day forward. And, of course, still feeling great at the end of your shift as well. and we continue. You can find abundant energy. You can find abundant energy. Relax deeper each time you hear this. You can find abundant energy. You can find abundant energy. You can find abundant energy, and you can find abundant energy now, and go deeper as you breathe. And you can see this woman on her way to work. She drives a typical path, and she starts to think about what has to be done at work today. A small but familiar feeling of fatigue begins to surface. Subtle, yet evident. Now, this woman arrives at work, and as soon as she sits down and looks through her schedule, she remembers something she has to do right away today. She feels a little more fatigued again. And the woman gets her day going and walks across the room to talk to a coworker, remembering something she needs to tell this person, and feels even more fatigue already. And now, this woman, at the beginning of her day, has already started to feel tired and fatigued, which resembles so many of her days until now. You can remember this story of this woman coming to work as we continue. We start to discover just what was the cause of work fatigue. We are not looking at simply working hard and the natural use of energy that comes from hard work, but the chronic fatigue that seems to linger around all the time in the past. And the first thing that happens to cause this is to actually think a heavy thought. The work itself is one thing, but chronic work fatigue starts by thinking a heavy thought. This has always been what starts the process. This discovery is an experience you can have and you will notice after each heavy thought. You start to feel tired, and this was a process. You are unconscious of, in the past anyway, because from now on your mind will see this process of a heavy thought followed by fatigue. And seeing this is like when you find something you had lost, and it had been so long you have forgot you lost it. And this makes you feel excited and intrigued at the same time. Like when you know you have got something back in your possession that was forgotten, yet so important. And you have these feelings and images come through you now, telling you that this makes sense. And it is time to open up to this now. And it is nice to recover peace of mind, a healthy mind and body full of energy. And from now on, you will see the beginning of that old process. A heavy thought, a tired feeling, and know that it is not being at work, but the habitual heavy thinking. It is heavy thoughts that wear a person down more and more quickly than the actual work. You can just do the work, keep going, let go of heavy thoughts, and get through your day. Let go of tiring thoughts and do the work lightly. Let go of tiring thoughts and do the work lightly. Let go of tiring thoughts and do the work lightly. Let go of tiring thoughts and do the work lightly. And let go of tiring thoughts and do the work lightly, while you can let go and release tiring thoughts and do the work lightly, and breathe and notice. You relax more. When you are in the process now of making this new change, growing this awareness, you will notice times when a heavy thought snuck into your mind, and sure enough, you have started feeling tired. So you become aware. This has happened. And it is like you had no idea someone put a sign on your back. But now you will notice, so you take it off, let go of it, and be free from it. Just like removing a sign from your back, now you move forward lightly, breathing, feeling better. You will catch heavy thoughts and let go. You will catch heavy thoughts and let go. You will catch heavy thoughts and let go, while you will catch heavy thoughts and let go. From now on, you will catch heavy thoughts and let go, and deeper now. As you remember the story from earlier, The woman who took the typical path to work. She started thinking about what she had to do, and started to get tired. She got to work and remembered something, and walked over to a coworker and started feeling tired with every heavy thought about work she had. And the day had just begun for her. And as you think about this story of the woman, her chronic fatigue, you now have a different understanding of what is happening to this woman than when you started hearing the story. As this woman became aware of the weight on and in her of the heavy thoughts about work, she can let them go. Then see them, let them go, and walk lighter with each step. Work lighter. With each step, and relax. Just as this woman can become aware and let go of work fatigue, you too shall now, from this moment forward, work lighter with a new awareness of what used to drag you down into tiredness, when all along you thought it was just being at work. But now you know where chronic work fatigue was coming from, and now you breathe. Relax. Free. You can use new information to feel better. 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 And you can use new information to feel even better. And we continue. In the next few moments, before I speak again, you can imagine so well that you are going through a typical day at work, except you will feel different this time and every time from now on. Imagine what you do when you do it, how you will feel different, better. And therefore, you have a different experience at work. And until I speak again, imagine this as many times as you can, and use your new knowledge to let go of heavy thoughts and work lighter, all the way to ending your workday, still feeling good and energized, and begin until I speak again. Gently now. Allow your awareness to come back here, now, to the sound of these words, and in a moment, I will count from 1 to 5. And with each count, come up from hypnosis, just a little, so that when I say the final number, you will then know to be fully refreshed and alert in every way. And 1. Still relaxed, a little more alert. And 2, a little more. Feeling great, and now you know you have abundant energy. And 3, a little closer, knowing that letting go of heavy thoughts about work frees you to feel good all the time. And 4, that much more alert, knowing that you will see when a heavy thought about work causes fatigue, just long enough to let go of it and feel better, and on the next count you will be fully alert and re-energized. And 5, eyes open, and notice how good you feel. And you will find this new habit getting stronger each time you listen to this session, and feeling so good. And congratulations, you have a much more enjoyable future at work now. And I thank you, as richmindhypnosis.com gives you more energy with every thought. At work, at home, everywhere. Enjoy this feeling you have now, as you also enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.